Now we are counting down to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's big state visit to the United States of America. US President Joe Biden's national security advisor is in New Delhi. Jake Sullivan's trip comes ahead of Indian Prime Minister Modi's state visit to Washington later this month. He is holding delegation-level talks with Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval at the moment. Yesterday, Jake Sullivan called on the Indian Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi expressed satisfaction at the growing and deepening of comprehensive global strategic partnership between the Indian side and the American side.
We look ahead to the state visit that Prime Minister Modi will be embarking upon in Washington next week, along with Ajit Doval and a significant delegation from India. A number of the deliverables at that visit are not just bullet points on a page. They are fundamentally designed to remove those obstacles in defense trade, in high-tech trade, in investment in each of our countries, in taking away obstacles that have stood in the way of better collaboration among our scientists and researchers.
Now, ahead of the Indian Prime Minister's Washington visit, the Biden administration is pushing New Delhi to advance a deal for dozens of armed drones. India has long expressed interest in buying large armed drones from the United States. However, certain hurdles have hampered a hoped-for deal for the Sea Guardian drones. US negotiators are counting on Narendra Modi's White House visit on the 22nd of June to break that logjam. The Quad grouping of countries, the United States, India, Australia and Japan, all operate or have operated the MQ-9B Sea Guardian drone. Currently, India is leasing the MQ-9B drone as part of an intelligence gathering operation. Quoting sources, news agency Reuters said that Prime Minister Modi and President Biden are also expected to discuss co-production of munitions and vehicles like armored personnel carriers. The US president has made deepening ties with India a cornerstone of his policy to counter China's growing influence. Biden has placed special attention this year on collaboration between the world's two largest democracies on advanced military technologies. And for more on this, we are now being joined by our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal from New Delhi. Siddhant, a number of key deals on the agenda here, particularly in the defense and the tech sectors. Give us a sense of the importance and the significance of the meeting between the two NSAs.
Well, the meeting is coming just days before the Indian Prime Minister's visit to Washington, and the meeting essentially will be focusing on making sure that issues which might be arising when it comes to signing off the deals could be ironed out. Focus, of course, has been on critical and emerging initiatives, something that was announced earlier this year. There was 1.5 track yesterday here in Delhi as well, where the emphasis from both the NSAs was removing the barriers when it comes to transfer of technology. So that remains a key focus area, but essentially focus will also be on China, given its aggressive actions in the region, and both countries aware of how much threat China poses.
So let's talk a bit about China. How crucial is India for the United States given their competition with China economically and strategically?
Well, India offers another option in Asia, a much more democratic option, a liberal option, a large economy, something that China does not offer. And Chinese policies in last few years have been very aggressive towards its neighbors, something that has worried countries from Tokyo to India. Of course, India saw the deadly Galwan clashes. So when it comes to US policy, given the current situation, the relationship between Beijing and Washington, India stands as a country that offers better options and today, many of experts have been saying that more than India needing United States, it's United States needing India, because when it comes to a large economy, India offers that option. But essentially, when it comes to convergences, we have seen India and the United States having convergences from defense to, of course, technology, and of course, people-to-people relationship, forming a great area of collaboration. We know that there's a huge Indian diaspora in the United States, something that strengthens the relationship.
All right, we leave it there for the moment. Thanks very much, Siddhant, for joining us with those details from New Delhi.